Trump not only reads appeasement as weakness, but it actually emboldens him. For those weak-willed entities, your extorted payments will follow you like a scarlet letter, and for Trump, he's only getting started with you.
There has been no accountability. Democracy is literally on a knife's edge. And every day that passes, that Donald is allowed to continue to spread his lies, that the Republican Party he leads, which is a counter-majoritarian, anti-democratic party, they're able to, I guess you could say, keep their base riled up. Meanwhile, they're doing everything in their power to make sure that a lot of people in this country can vote. It's sort of a disease that keeps metastasizing, and nobody is doing anything to stop it. Currently, I blame the Republican Party for continuing to look to him for approval, for continuing to bow down to him, which is absurd, and continuing to perpetuate his lies and failing time after time to protect the American people, because clearly right now the Republican Party, as it is currently constituted, is only interested in hanging on to power, no matter how illegitimately.
Because you wrote a great piece, as you do, we link to it as we do. Danger, Trump has declared war on you. Updated, Charlie Kirk's death is Trump's mini Reichstag fire, and it may destroy all of your rights. Yesterday lifted me up. What about you? But that your piece is really...
Yeah, it lifted me up.
Gavin Newsom, Governor Pritzker, all like you are doing the 5-alarm fire right now, are right, saying exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, they are. The problem is, why did we get to this point? Why did we get to the point where a week ago Rachel Maddow had to say, well, I'm afraid to say it, but all those people who ran around for years with their hair on fire, I'm raising my hand to that one, have been proven true. Everything they've ever said has been proven true. Yeah. We still have an organizational problem. I know the Democratic Party now, Ken Martin is saying that they are working quietly to get people elected. And they did. They just got Grijalva elected in Arizona, which I think is great. We are narrowing the picture, you know, but we need to be
by 17 points. By 17 points, Grijalva won.
By 17 points. We need to be standing up the big leaders, because Democrats only follow leaders. Remember that. The Newsoms, the Pritzkers, the Hochul's, Mamdani, I don't care. Whoever can mobilize our side, there are more of us than them. Don't forget, Joe Biden won his election in 2020 by 81 million votes. Yeah. And somehow 6 million of those people weren't excited enough to come out to save their own lives. So well, now we're starting to see the stakes of this.
Let me read part of your warning. Rest assured, they're planning to go even further. Trump said it.
Yes.
He doubled down about Kimmel and ABC today, threatening to sue them and threatening them. And so you said, bottom line up front, they intend to remove your freedom of speech. They have openly sworn now they will dismantle the Democratic Party and delegitimize it. And they have decided to use the powers of the war on terrorism against the American public that disagrees with them. Newsom spoke about this last night. You said the only way you're going to keep your freedom of speech is to keep speaking out. Trump is planning to eliminate the Democratic Party. Just talk
That's
a little
not
more.
a joke.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not a joke. Okay, to everybody who can hear the sound of my voice, all right, I'm in my shouty McShout face panic mode. They fully intend to carry these things out. Every day that you think you're not hearing about them, they're executing them. The deputy chief of staff to the president, the number 2 person running the government, is Steve Miller, okay, baby Goebbels. And he is out there. If you didn't hear what he said at the Charlie Kirk rally, he literally stole the words from the speech by Goebbels on Horst Wessel, the Nazi who was shot to death by communists, which started the SS, and the speech, Der Sturm, the storm is coming, which is QAnon canon. Stole that from Goebbels in 1935. This guy is intending to use every lever of power against you, your family, your way of life. He said, we will defund the Democratic Party and anyone who is funding Antifa. They already said they're going to destroy Act Blue. They're going to go after Democratic donors. They're going to go after small dollar donations. And you know what? One day we're going to wake up in a couple of weeks, and because we tend to forget things every day, and we're going to find out that it's gone. You have to stand up and use your voice. Start funding people. Start donating to these campaigns, and let's turn out the party.
Yep. You said you ended with "Wake them up. What can we do about this?" What I'm seeing is a lot of people are enjoying boiling in the slow cook mode that Trump has put us in. There's another protest October 18th that should be a nationwide call for Trump to restore your rights or face consequences. Stop looking at the election of 2026 to save us. The urgency's now, right? As Dr. King used to say, the fierce urgency of now. Let's talk. Let's end on that. In fact, you were talking about the breaking news about shots fired at the ICE facility in Dallas. Because, the other thing people say to me is, oh, that's hyperbole in Nazi Germany and, people aren't dying. Well, how many people now have died in ICE custody? I forget. You updated the number. I haven't.
16. Oh, including today. That's 4 were just shot to death in Dallas. And it turns out that it was a sniper on a roof, shot 4 handcuffed detainees as they were being moved into the facility. 4 have died now. No law enforcement were killed or injured, as far as I can tell in this reporting. And then the gunman shot himself. There are a lot of mentally disturbed people out there who want to go out in a blaze of glory. Case in point, El Paso, 24 people shot to death in a Walmart by a kid who believed in the Great Replacement theory.
Yes.
And who drove like 10 hours to go murder those people because he thought they were all illegal immigrants. We have got to understand. I wrote a book called They Want to Kill Americans. The violence is on one side, right? But you've got to be ready to understand that they are more than willing to go to guns and use any little thing here to implement that violence. And you can't be a nerd to it, and you can't apologize for it. You need to understand it and face it.
I'm sorry, Malcolm, I think I stepped on you there. How many people did you say have died in ICE custody?
16 had died in ICE custody, plus 4 today.
Okay. Because I know we've had a couple people die in ICE raids out here.
Yeah.
So don't say, you can't call it, Holocaust or blah, 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 or compare it to anything because nobody's dying. It's like, well, yes, people are just starting to die. So it is, every bit as urgent as you say it is, Malcolm.
Well, all I can say is I ended that thing with what I always do, is a call to action. You guys want to do something? Go to my FAFOPAC.org, FAFOPAC, and do a highway overpass. Do it on your own. Just get any highway overpass and put up a sign, some micro message, right, that stop killing immigrants or whatever you want to put up there. Grab the messaging away from Fox News.